Yes.
So you can start the session.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Nekmetin. Thank you, Prof. Ahmad Aisan. And thank you all the participants. Once again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yes. We have two papers for the first sessions, which is the theme is actually Islamic finance practices. And we have two presenters, Sister Patria Yunita. I've seen her on the screen, and we're going to have our brother Hamza Abu Khatir. Is he around? Brother Hamza?
Yes, he's around.
Yes, Professor. Yes, Professor, I'm here.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, I've seen your name, but I've not seen your face. So you can switch on the camera later on. You're going to have the second sessions. Then I would like to each a presenter for 15 minutes. So before that, I would like to introduce our presenters. Sister Patria Yunita actually is a co-author of this paper, and she writes on the Indonesia cryptocurrency transaction scheme in real and monetary sector. So Prof. Aisan, your motivation has been actually transmitted to Indonesian researchers. She already wrote on cryptocurrency. So we will have some sessions on this cryptocurrency, the central bank digital currency, CPDC, opportunity and risk from Islamic monetary perspective. And Patria Yunita writes this paper with Aris Mufti and Didik Pramono. So I understand Aris Mufti is a founder of a very developed Islamic fintech in Indonesia named Amanah Fintech. So Sister Patria's co-author, I'm not sure if Pak Aris Mufti is around with Patria, and also Didik Pramono. So Didik Pramono so happened that is from my university, from Islam Institute Agama Islam Tazkiyah. So Patria and Aris are from Sekolah Tinggi Ekonomi dan Perbankan Islam, Syarifuddin Prawinanegara, and this cryptocurrency that she's going to discuss is on the analysis on the digital currency of the central bank and what is the opportunities for Islamic economics. Therefore, they actually will analyze the movement of price volatility and returns of the cryptocurrencies and stable coins as the base currency of CBDC. So they analyze 7 cryptocurrencies and 5 stable coins, and then compares them with the volatility of gold prices. So without further ado, I would like to have Sister Patria Yunita presenting your paper in 10 minutes, and then we're going to have more discussions afterwards. Thank you.
I mean, each speaker has 20 minutes.
Yeah, but we're going to have
2 speakers and 1
question
hour.
and answer.
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 speakers and 1
All right, okay, fine.
hour.
Yes.
So
yes.
They can present the
paper.
Yeah,
Prof. Nekmetin, this is my strategy. If I say 10, they will speak 20.
Yes, 20. Yes, I know. That's why.
Okay. If I say 20, they will speak 30 minutes. So I will have a problem.
Yes,
so,
right. You know, Indonesian culture better than me. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sister Patria, because she is very talkative. You will see her later. Okay, Sister Patria, please, your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry, Prof. Murniati, I'm using 2 devices. So
yeah, I can see that. It's all right.
Yeah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi sahri sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Professor Ahmad Aisan, Professor Nekmetin, and Professor Dr. Murniati Mukhlisin. My name is Patria Yunita. I'm the author of the article titled "The Central Bank Digital Currency: Opportunity and Risk from Islamic Monetary Perspective." The blockchain technology is creating a radical change in the financial industry. The blockchain technology provides an opportunity to solve some of the global financial problems and create a huge opportunity to create prosperity. In blockchain transaction, crypto assets are divided into two types, namely Bitcoin, BTCA, and digital tokens. Bitcoin is a valuable non-financial asset, whereas digital token is a stable coin that is guaranteed by the state money. People try cryptocurrencies to be digital money. This is the classification of the cryptocurrencies of the crypto assets from its International Monetary Fund. From Akildirim et al. Said argue that cryptocurrencies are a very high risk industry because asset price increases cannot be determined in the case of cryptocurrencies. From the graphic one show a comparison of the volatility of crypto asset and traditional financial instrument, where the volatility of the cryptocurrencies is very high. Apart from the extremely high volatility, another fundamental problem in cryptocurrency transaction is that the government and central bank cannot know the flow of the money. This makes cryptocurrencies a major attraction for cybercrime and in many ways present opportunity for criminal abuse. In process of crypto mining, cryptocurrencies are mined, collected, and spent without any supervision by authorities and central banks. It should be noted that crypto mining in this way is completely legal. This can affect monetary stability and overall economic activity. To answer this problem, the central bank in many countries are moving faster, such as Tunisia and Senegal, which issue digital currencies using crypto assets from digital tokens guaranteed by sovereign money. Venezuela central banks issues cryptocurrencies to control Bitcoin transaction, and this issue has become very popular to central banks around the world, including the International Monetary Fund and international regulator. There is a debate among Muslim scholars regarding the use of cryptocurrencies in the economy and in the form of CBDCs. Ibn Taymiyyah said that the dinar and dirham are a medium of exchange to obtain goods and services, so that they become a medium of exchange in transaction, unlike other types of assets where the purpose of purchase is only to make a profit. Meanwhile, Imam Al-Ghazali said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created gold and silver to circulate it among humans and become the standard of measurement for various assets or goods and services. While Maulana Mufti Taqi Ottoman rejected the use of cryptocurrency as a medium of exchange, Mufti Said Ahmad Khan accepted the opportunity to use cryptocurrencies as medium of exchange if it's used in accordance with Maqasid Sharia. The Sharia Review Bureau identifies cryptocurrencies and token money as allow as many because they meet the requirements as a medium of exchange for transaction. Our study purposes is to analyze the central bank digital currency and its opportunity for Islamic economics. And this study analyzed the movement of price volatility and returns of cryptocurrencies and stable coins as a base currency of CBDC. The analysis using 7 cryptocurrencies and 5 stable coins and then compares them with the volatility of gold prices. From all literature, a blockchain is a type of distributed ledger technology where all the transactions are digitized and decentralized. It is a database recording all the transactions or digital events that are executed and shared among the participants in the network. The blockchain has some special feature of the transaction have immutable cryptographic signature, and therefore the transaction are grouped in blocks. It allows non-trusting members to verifiable without the need for the trusted authority. Any record that is added to the blockchain cannot be deleted, and all previous transactions become immutable. From history of Islamic currency, all the time of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, gold and silver were used as medium of exchange and function as currency. The gold dinar and silver dirham are mentioned in the Al-Quran al-Karim as legal tender for the Muslim community. Gold and silver were also used by the Byzantine and Persian empires. In Islamic perspective, money is the form based on the theory of value and its concept of exchange rates. Based on the Islamic monetary theory, the intrinsic value of money is the same as its nominal value. The classical Muslim scientists consistently disagree with modern scientists. The classical Muslim scientists choose gold and silver as Islamic currency. Ibn Khaldun in his book Muqaddimah mentioned the function of gold and silver as money, the value used by everyone for trading. Al-Ghazali mentioned in his book Revival of Religious Science that Allah Almighty created all gold and silver as a medium of exchange and established by law. Al-Ghazali indicated the currency cannot be used as a traded commodity but only as a medium of exchange. Ibn Taymiyyah said that the dinar and dirham as a medium of exchange to obtain goods and services so that they become a medium of exchange in transaction. Unlike other types of assets such as goods and services where the purpose of purchase is only to make a profit. Imam Al-Ghazali said that Allah created gold and silver to be circulated among humans and become the standard of measurement for various assets or goods and services. This is the classification of money from Islamic jurists, types of money in Sharia. The Islamic jurists classified money into two types, natural money or taman hakiki and customary money or taman hukmi. Based on the opinion of scientists, gold and silver are categorized as natural money or taman hakiki because the previous metal is a legal medium of exchange according to Islamic law. Al-Ghazali argues that the gold and silver are set by Allah as medium of exchange in trade circulation. Gold and silver are precious metal and have the same intrinsic and face value. Customary money is money that is used as medium of exchange because of the trust of function as money. Although initially it was not intended as money, but because many people use as medium of exchange in traded transaction. And then there are commodities other than gold and silver. They are believed to be money. Example of customary money. Customary money does not have the same intrinsic value as its face value. Customary money is divided into two types: commodity money and fiat money. And Ibn Al-Qayyim argued that the dinar and dirham are the value of the price of commodity goods. Price value is now one measure to measure assets, so it must be specific and accurate, not increasingly and not decreasing. The digital currency applied in Islamic countries, Bitcoin is called al-umlah al-rakamiyah or an-nuqud al-electroni, which is known as digital money and is used in transaction today. Blockchain technology as a platform that produces cryptocurrency is allowed under Islamic law. In Middle Eastern countries, from my literature, in Middle Eastern countries, there are online investments that are backed up with gold, including e-dinar or an online system with a gold base managed by Central Bank of United Arab Emirates. E-dinar currently operates on e-dinar wallets and blockchain technology. In addition, there are gold money, which operates in Jersey and Canada, offering a gold payment network account, which 100% backed up by gold combined by MasterCard. And gold money has received Sharia compliance from Amani advisor in our IP standards and related to gold development with the World Gold Council. There is a cryptocurrency operating since 2017 in Dubai called 1 gram, and Hello Gold operating since 2015. It's claimed to be the first gold standardized digital currency that meets Sharia compliance and operates on Malaysian blockchains. Arguments allow cryptocurrency is in Islamic transaction. The Sharia Review Bureau identifies cryptocurrency and token money as allowed as money because they meet the requirement as a medium of action for transaction. Cryptocurrencies has terms as asset, benefit, rights, and obligation. Meanwhile, Amalin argues that transactions using cryptocurrency have transparency and clear regulation in trading, not containing usury or interest. Argument do not allow cryptocurrency in Islamic transaction. From Mills and Nowhere argues that cryptocurrency transactions are just like gambling transactions. Cryptocurrency transactions are experiment by gamblers who find bigger problems than gambling. And Bori et al. Also argued that there is a high degree of uncertainty in cryptocurrency transaction. Bakar found three main conditions that cause cryptocurrency do not categorize as money because it's no intrinsic. There is no intrinsic value. Holders of cryptocurrency cannot be recognized, and there is unstable volatility. Our research methodology, we use mixed methods, including literature description, data studied, and empirical research. we study about the ideal model of currency from Islamic perspective and apply in context of cryptocurrency, digital currency. From table 1, this is the data used in this study. Is daily data from 7 cryptocurrency and 5 stable coins. Stablecoins is a cryptocurrency that is backed up by fiat money. Our data is obtained from historical cryptocurrency data published on CoinMarketCap. This is the cryptocurrency we use: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Binance, Theta, Polygon, and Monero, while the stable coins, we use Rupiah token, USD token, First Gold, Reserve Right, International Lira, and we compare with the volatility of gold. And in our method using the Ahgard method, and this is our model developed for all cryptocurrency and gold. And this is our descriptive statistics of daily returns. Each cryptocurrency has a different amount of observation, number of observation, because they build in different time. This is the price volatility of cryptocurrency, stablecoin, and gold, where the gold volatility is more stable. And this is our estimation result of all variables. We use unit truth test for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and else. Based on the unit truth test, all cryptocurrency, namely Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Binance, Theta, Polygon, and Monero are stationary on first differencing, while all the stablecoins studied name IDR token, USD token, First Gold Reserve are stationary at the level. In this case, the volatility of gold, long run volatility is the lowest, as well as the long run variance. This is the gold. Of 12 asset studies, when compared to the volatility of world gold prices, cryptocurrencies such as Theta, and Ethereum are the most volatile. The volatility of Bitcoin, is 5 times the volatility of gold. Ethereum is 7 times the volatility of gold, while Theta is 10 times of volatility of gold. The volatility of USD token, Binance, and Polygon is infinite. Some types of cryptocurrencies and stablecoin have negative signs, meaning that a negative shock at time t can reduce the return of cryptocurrency and stablecoins in next period. The negative shock of return has more effect on volatility than the positive shock. In terms of cryptocurrency, only 2% of total Bitcoin in circulation is used in blockchain transaction. This is what causes the high prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The analysis states that if the medium of exchange is not used in transaction, the price will increase because supply decreases. And this is our return volatility for cryptocurrency, stablecoin, and gold. In terms of the use of digital currency in form of stablecoin, we built a cryptocurrency transaction scheme in real and monetary sector as follows, where the central bank has the authority to create the cryptocurrency using the central bank digital currency and used on the real sector. Our conclusion and recommendation said that cryptocurrency are categorized as customary money, namely commodities that are recognized as money because they are accepted by the concession of the user community. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency that is the result of encryption algorithms in the technology field. because it is in the form of encryption, this currency does not have physical form. Cryptocurrencies contribute to the development of modern financial system where every transaction is borderless. The fundamental weakness of cryptocurrency is that there is no authority to control the fluctuation. This study proves that Bitcoin and Ethereum are types of cryptocurrencies that have very high volatility, while IDR rupiah token and USD token are more stable types of cryptocurrency where fluctuation follow change in exchange rate. In terms of using digital money for modern financial transaction, we recommend the use of cryptocurrency of the token type. To further stabilize volatility, we also recommend using cryptocurrencies that are backed up by gold, not just backed up by fiat money such as IDR token and USD token. With the gold backed up, it will return to the nature of Islamic law, where the currency used must be standardized by gold. That's the end of my slide, Prof. Murniati.
Yes, thank you, Sister Patria Yenta. And this is a very interesting topic that has been also discussed among the regulators in Indonesia. Although the banking law and also Islamic banking law stipulates that the currency that is official in Indonesia is rupiah. So any cryptocurrency also will follow the suits or follow the regulations that is to be rupiah. So there is no other name of cryptocurrency. And Sister Patria has already mentioned that that how rupiah could become later on a crypto, and in the digital era it is very possible. But again, under the regulatory sandbox, the Financial Services Authority is still in the discussion, and although the people are still waiting, but from the regulation side is still silent, and of course from the Islamic fatwa is also still silent because it still follows the regulations from the Islamic banking. And just would like to invite anyone to give comments. But my note is actually on Ibn Taymiyyah and Imam Ghazali. You mentioned Ibn Taymiyyah in 1994 and Imam Ghazali 2005. I think you should go back to the book that is translated. So it is translated. So you should not mention Ibn Taymiyyah and Imam Ghazali, because Imam Ghazali died in year 1111 in Iran. And Ibn Taymiyyah was born in Haran, Turkey in the 12th century, died in Syria, Shem, in 13th century. So they did not write book in 2005 and 1994.
Yes,
So it could be translation.
Thank you very much.
It could be a translation. So you quote the translation and the author of the book, not the original. But of course you can cite his view, because we need the view of the ulama that talks about the crypto. It's very timely for everyone to ask questions for her, to Patria, and please you can write on the chat box, or you can simply raise your hand and I will give you time to talk. Thank you. Anyone, please.
Halo, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes, Brother Akram.
Selamat
Mention your name and your, you don't have to mention your name. I know Brother Akram Hasan Basri. Your institutions, please.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm from Ahmad Dahlan University. Actually, I'm the student of Ibu Patria.
Oh, Masya Allah.
Yes. This is one question. Actually, it's very interesting when I see the presentation from Professor Ahmad Aisan regarding the cryptocurrency, and also from Ibu Patria. This is the question is, from the many changes. Then from the first time we see money is changed from the commodity like gold, silver, changed to the paper money like a banknote, US dollar, IDR. Now move to the new era is a digitalization is a cryptocurrency. as a Muslim scholarship, what should we prepare to facing this era? I mean, ummah outside there waiting for our advice as Islamic scholarship for this digitalization. Thank you.
Yes, you can answer directly, Sister Patria.
Yes, thank you so much, Prof. In my view, the digitalization is something we cannot reject it. It will move to our life. So Muslims should be prepared on using the digitalization as well. So that's why we have to make some study or research about the opportunity to using the crypto or digitalization in the future for Islamic community. And in my opinion, if the Muslim community cannot reject the using of cryptocurrency, maybe it will be used on the future, but we should remember our classical scholars that they said all money should be gold and silver, so the digitalization should be backed up by gold. So we have to refer to the classical Muslim scholars who has the opinion about the digitalization to be used in the Muslim community.
Thank you, Sister Patria. Yeah, I think that is actually one thing that we need to highlight, whether the Bitcoin mining is actually legal because it is not based backed up by gold. And this is still in discussions, and some ulama has been actually prohibited. And then there are some actually mentioned that is still allowed. And we see in Indonesia is still not legal. And how this cryptocurrency based on gold is still in discussion and still a long way to go. But again, as a researcher, we need to actually forecast what we should actually prepare, and we need to give our opinion and proposal recommendations to the regulators. And thank you so much, Sister Patria. And I'm sorry I cannot take any other question unless we still have time, because I would like to go to the second paper on Al-Istijrar, a new developed Islamic approach for financing enterprises. And we have our brother Abu Khatir Hamza, brother Hamza. Alhamdulillah.
Yes, Professor.
Yes. And he writes the paper with Mariam Isusi and Professor Omar Esardi. And they're all from Laboratory of Research and Innovation, Responsibilities and Sustainable Development in red, or from Khadij Ayat University, Marrakesh. And this is the country that I am dreaming to go in the near future. So inshallah, I'll be meeting you, inshallah, Brother Hamza, soon, inshallah, in Marrakesh. And this is, yes, please, you can prepare your paper.
Okay.
But again, this is talking the paper that he's going to present, Brother Hamza is going to present, is on risk management and how as a tool for enterprises to be protected from fluctuations in the prices and the commodities, and how actually it is need to be imported or exported. So again, this is a new developed Islamic finance approach for medium, micro, small, medium enterprises. And I'm sure it's going to be very beneficial. Yes, Brother Hamza, I'll give you time for 10 minutes, please.
Okay, thank you so much, dear Professor. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, الذي بنعمته تتم الصالحات والصلاة والسلام على النبي الأمين المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم أما بعد. Thank you, dear Professor, for your kind introduction. Excellencies, esteemed speakers, and panelists, esteemed participants. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good morning, afternoon, or evening of the days. I would first like to thank the organizing committee for the level of organization and the professionalism which made it possible today to gather so many Islamic finance experts and resources around the world. So before going through the presentation, let me start by saying just a few words about my background as Professor Murianchi Mekhlasin present. So my name is Hamza Abu Shatir. I'm a PhD student at Qaja'i Marrakesh, Morocco. The topic that I will presenting today is about the İSİFAM. It's a new developed Islamic finance approach for micro and small micro enterprises. So the purpose of this presentation is to introduce a new practical model of e-commerce for Islamic banks and its clients. The presentation is structured as follows. So first, we have an introduction. In this introduction, we will highlight the context of our research by defining the İSİFAM contracts, its types, and its applications. Then I will set the research problem. Next, I will explain why this study is important by defining its objectives. And then I will give an overview on our theoretical background. And finally, we'll have a look at our proposal digital business model. As an introduction, we can say that the fourth industrial revolution has already begun, and financial technologies are facilitating transactions, building new networks of trust, and reducing frictions. On the one hand, the adoption of fintech chances is a challenge, especially for developing countries. In this regard, our theoretical research highlights the importance of digitalizing business framework while dealing with MSMEs, and the importance of Islamic banks regarding the performance of this proposed digital framework. So the implementation of the framework consider business financing needs and the related approach according
Brother Hamza, are you mute?
Is it okay now?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. So, as I mentioned, the İSİFAM contract as a key element in our presentation. It's been defined as literally we have Bay İSİFAM has been derived from Arabic words Bay and Zarra. The word Bay, as you know, means to purchase and to sell, and the word Zarra means to hoist, to lift up, pick up, and bring up. In Islamic jurisprudence, İSİFAM means an agreement where a buyer purchases something time to time under a single agreement in different Islamic finance instrument. It was introduced in Pakistan. The contract has embedded options that could be triggered if the underlying asset price exceeds certain bounds, as we will see after. And this involves two parties, but in practice we have three, mainly three. We have the supplier, the client, and the bank. So a buyer, which could be a company seeking financing to purchase the underlying asset, and the financial institution. Here we have Islamic Bank. So Basha described this contract as a complex combination of options, average prices, and murabaha agreement. And also the İSİFAM contract is relating also to various commodities, raw materials, edible oils, pharmaceutical, including a range of other products. So as you can see here in this figure, and from literature review, the İSİFAM contract is similar, the mechanism is similar to murabaha agreement. So the main differences are, first, we have the price determination. So in İSİFAM, we have two types of İSİFAM. The İSİFAM the price is determined after all transactions of purchase are complete. And the second type is where the price is determined in advance, but the purchase is executed time to time. So, as I mentioned, İSİFAM can be seen as a derivative instrument. Why? Because time to time, the bank needs to set a price depending on the market and the price volatility, the market price volatility. So the contract has embedded options for both the buyer and seller to exercise or not, depending on the price market falls. So İSİFAM contracts as seen like an option, alternative to options, to conventional options, because as you know, all options are prohibited by Sharia law. So here we have the first price, P0, so the price that banks pays to purchase underlying commodity. P is murabaha, price is determined by adding, it's a cost plus profit. So the profit here is determined using benchmark, and we have the lower bound price and the upper bound price. So the settlement price is dependent, as I said, in the market movement. So if the price at the exercises time is lower than the lower bound, so bank, in this case, the bank losses and the buyer gains until exercise. If the price, the exercise price is between the lower bound and the upper bound, so the exercise price will be the average prices in the market during the period between T0 and T90. And the last case, if the price is higher than upper bound, so here the buyer loses and bank gains until exercises. It's like the mechanism of profit and loss sharing contracts. So my research problem, so in this study, we aim to answer to this question: how İSİFAM contracts can be digitalized to increase Islamic banks transactions, tightening B2B framework, reduce cost transactions, and information asymmetry problems. So answer to this question, we have set some research objective. First, defining the concept of İSİFAM in theoretical background. Number two, exploring the use of signaling theory in the conceptualization of this process. And finally, defining the role of Islamic background. As you know, e-commerce has also an Islamic perspective point of view. So electronic commerce, as you know, is the process of buying and selling goods and services electronically, which comprises business transaction using the internet, networks, and other digital technologies. From the Sharia perspective, there are Sharia rules of sales which are applicable to different sale, and also to İSİFAM. First, the subject matter must be in existence. Subject matter must be owned and possessed by the seller. And sale is instant and absolute. It is not pending on future day. The price is certain, no condition attached. So why I'm integrating the signaling theory in this study? Because the signaling theory can help us to explain the behavior of Islamic banks, suppliers, when they have access to different information. So the strategic signaling refers to action taken by a signal to influence views and behavior. As you can see here in this figure, we have pre-contractual problems that are raised with asymmetric information, and we have post-contractual problems that we call moral hazard. So using signaling theory, we can integrate signals in our platform, our suggested platform, as I will show you later. So here I mentioned in this table, I mentioned some of signals that can be used by banks to enhance trust in the market and stability. Now we're gonna move to the last part of my presentation. It's the İSİFAM platform. So our proposal model for ease of presentation, I just take two elements: the price and specifications, and the list of raw materials proposed by each supplier. So as our imaginations, we imagine that we have a platform used by the clients of the bank, in our case, SMEs, and also the suppliers in B2B model. So we have the demand side, which is the proposed offer, and also in the other side we have prices and specifications of commodities that are offered by suppliers using the bank platforms. So why we use this platform? This platform can be used by each Islamic banks needs to have this platform, its own platform that can and also this can raise transparency towards its clients. So here, the general process. So the first step, the SMEs need to choose the supplier's offer displaying in the website, in the platform. So sending item details and
Brother Hamza?
sorry, teacher,
It's
I
all
have
right.
a problem.
I think you have a problem with your internet connections, but you can just, all right, okay, I can see
Okay.
everything now.
To conclude, the proposed system provides an effective technique for ECGR. This system could provide a proper mechanism to activate the e-commerce using the different payment cell as possible as Islamic Sharia to increase the transaction from the bank client with the mode of compliant with Sharia, giving by the same time bank and society many benefits. So the system uses the digital contract to complete the important stage to create the Sharia compliant contract, aiming to achieve many objectives from activation and increasing the e-commerce transaction and increase the bank financial operation. So we can say that İSİFAM is an ideal solution to increase the financing profits of Islamic banks and to reduce the time used in traditional manual paper-based transaction in Islamic bank. And accordingly, İSİFAM is an integrated system. In further updates, the system aims to provide more technical systems for rest of Islamic banking contracts. And thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Brother Hamza. And this is a proposal that has been just presented by Brother Hamza that is very, to me, very strategic, because today, if we talk about MSMEs, they've been suffered due to the impact of the COVID. And with this proposal, I'm sure there is a light in the end of the tunnel for them to actually upgrade and then also engage with the Islamic banking. And this bio istijrar, that also meaning jara ya juru has been actually approved by the Jumhur of Ulama as long as the conditions are fulfilled. And I think that has been also highlighted by Brother Hamza on the pricing mechanism. The most important thing is actually pricing and also the specs, the detail of the specs of the goods purchased. So that has been also mentioned by Brother Hamza. And inshallah, this is going to be a it's a kind of originality that the paper, if you will publish the paper later on, that has been an additional point. And for that, I would like to invite anyone of you to raise any questions. You can write on the chat box or you can just raise your hand. Yes, please. Yes, anyone? While waiting for the participants to Brother Hamza, I would like to ask you on the Islamic banking in Marrakesh. How actually the digitalizations has been taken into considerations by the Central Bank of the Marrakesh, and also the istijrar in manual contract taken place in Marrakesh.
So thank you so much, dear Professor, for your question. As you know, all the Islamic banking here in Morocco it's in its infancy stage. So
Yes.
The Islamic banks, as we call here in Morocco, participatory banks, have started their activities in 2017. So the only contracts that is now commercialized by participatory bank is murabaha. So we don't have until now istijrar and other Islamic banking products. In the digitalization part of the process, as I said, Islamic banks in Morocco are still creating their strategies and are still thinking about other process and other strategies to enhance transactions and also to create innovational products. I think that I hope that I answered to your question, Professor.
Thank you, Brother Hamza. And there's a questions from the chat box from Sister Salma Abdul Latif. She asked questions: why would the pricing mechanism include the price being determined using a benchmark rather than negotiations between the contractual parties? So you
Yes,
mentioned in your presentations. Yes. You understand
yes.
the questions, yeah? Okay.
Yes,
please.
Professor. So as you know, all the mechanism of istijrar is similar to the murabaha, and the price determination of murabaha is based on benchmark rate. Generally, it's LIBOR. So the istijrar follows the same mechanism of price determination. For the negotiation between the contractual parties, they cannot in this case because the price is determined by the market force, and not by the contractual parties. That's it.
Thank you, Brother Hamza. Yeah, I
You're
think
welcome,
yeah, this is actually the benchmark price that has been actually also. Do you think that there is no place for or time to negotiate between the seller and buyer? Because murabaha has a period where they have actually negotiation.
Yes, Professor, they can negotiate. As I said, there are two types of istijrar. The first type is you can negotiate the first price under the first contract, but for the other contracts you can, because as you know there is a market volatility, price market volatility. So to exercise embedded options.
Yeah, but both are actually very transparent. That is very important because we need to,
because this
yeah,
the mechanism is similar to plus profit loss sharing.
Aywa. So this is actually very important highlight for Islamic finance transactions where gharar is actually something that is prohibited. According to Hadith Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Naha Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam bai al-hasati wa an bai al-gharar. So this is actually something that in istijrar in the model that proposed by Brother Hamza is very clear, and I do appreciate your proposal, and I think this is very timely because
Thank you so much, Professor.
Mentioned in Marrakesh is still in the very beginning stage, and when istijrar is taken into consideration by the central bank, I think this is going to be very is a kind of alternative for Islamic banking practitioners.
Yes,
So,
Professor.
any other questions, please? We have one more questions before we end. Yes, please. You can also ask the same question again, one more questions to Sister Patria, if you have any. Or Sister Patria and can also ask questions to Brother Hamza, or Brother Hamza can ask questions to Sister Patria because you are under the same group, or any other person who would like to raise hand, please. Regarding fintech Sharia, Brother Hamza, how far the central bank has been doing kind of what do you call it, regulatory sandbox in Marrakesh? How many fintech companies has been so far?
In my knowledge, dear Professor, the fintech also in Morocco, it's not in a very advanced stage. So as like Islamic banking system, the fintech also it's in the very beginning stage.
I see, yeah. So inshallah, when we have more collaboration in the future, research, etc., and we can actually develop more instruments, Islamic financial instruments in Marrakesh. And we have good collaboration as well with some universities in Marrakesh, such as Muhammad Al-Khamis, and inshallah we'll have any one of you can visit Brother Hamza in Qadi University, and also Sister Patria Unita in Perbanas in University in Jakarta.
You're welcome, dear professors and dear panelists.
Inshallah. So thank you so very much to both of you, and we should end our session today, and with 5 minutes break. Before we going for, I would like to hand over the session. We have the second session. Let me check if I would like to know if who is this? The chair is in Turkish after this. From 15:30 to 16:30 Indonesia time, we have Turkish papers. Oturum, Brother Sulaiman Kaya, Professor Sulaiman, is he around?
Professor Murniati, the next session will start at 11:30. Now we have a break time.
Yes, for 15 minutes, yeah. So I will stop here. Then after that, Professor Sulaiman Kaya will take over. Okay.
Yeah,
so
we can end this session now.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Professor.
So thank you so much, Brother Hamza. Thank you so much, Sister Patria. And Prof. Ahmed Aisan, we can see that the two presenters have actually highlighted two important notes that you actually have addressed in your keynote speech just now. So Sister Patria mentioned about cryptocurrency, and Brother Hamza mentioned about istijrar, buy istijrar, that from the traditional model of murabaha, traditional buy, now it's coming into the digital format, and due to the
I had the chance to listen most of the
Mashallah, Mashallah, Alhamdulillah. So we hope these two young researchers they will finish their PhDs very soon, inshallah, and they publish their papers, inshallah, in the good journals. So again, everyone, thank you so very much, and thank you, Prof. Aisan, thank you, Prof. Nekmatin, for the opportunity given to me, and we'll meet you again in a 15 minutes time, and Professor Sulaiman Kaya will handle the second sessions for us. Everything will be presented in Turkish, so stay tuned, and you don't have to leave the session. You can come back again. For Indonesia, we have Asar time, Asar prayer. So we getting back again in 15 minutes. So thank you so very much, and sorry and apologize by my shortcoming, and I'll see you around in some other session, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much.
Waalaikumsalam.